All right. We're going to mix it up here a little bit. The camera was actually in the way of my GPS, so I have to move it to the other side. But here we go. Short sale. What is a short sale? How's it work? Yada, yada, yada. Short sale is what? That's right. When the house is worth less than what the seller owes on it. All right? Or they can't make the payments, or they don't want to make the payments, or whatever the case is, that defines a short sale. Okay, most importantly on a short sale is never approved by the bank until an offer is presented, right? Because how would the bank know what the home is worth, right? Because we understand the home is worth only what someone's willing to pay for it, despite what an appraisal and a BPO, broker price opinion, independent third-party opinion of value, right? All those are information that the bank gathers, but at the end of the day, a home is only worth what somebody's willing to pay for it. Okay, so as a buyer putting an offer in on a short sale, which is probably our most common occurrence, right? We're going to determine that the house is a short sale. We're going to determine, how far we think the house is listed in or around fair market value. You're going to have to pull some comps to determine, what you think the condo or the house is worth, right? Then we're going to submit an offer based on that number, based on those numbers, okay? Once we submit the offer, just like the offer process we talked about, we're going to have to wait a little bit until the seller, of course, is going to sign off on it because the seller doesn't care, right? The seller, once they get out of it, they don't have any they're not going to make any money. They don't walk away with money at the closing unless the bank gives them a moving fee or, a bribe to get out or whatever the case is. So the seller doesn't care. So as soon as the offer gets submitted, they're going to sign off on it and we're going to send it into the bank. Okay? I would give the bank at that point probably 30 days. Okay? 30 days to get the thing approved. Okay? There's some myths that we found street level short sale that other people might not mention to you. The first one is the bank doesn't care whether it's cash or a loan. Okay, they care about their net proceeds. What's the net to the bank? What is the bank going to end up walking away with? They don't really care, type of financing, money down, those types of things. Now, maybe if offers are exactly the same, like I'm going to give you 200 on the nose and I'm putting 50 down and the other person's putting 3.5% down, that may matter. But in a situation where it's not a bidding war and it's just kind of straight offer, they don't care. And a lot of people will tell you, oh, geez, go in with cash. It makes a stronger offer, that sort of thing. On a short sale, not the case. Bank-owned, maybe something different. Okay, because the bank-owned houses may not be in sellable condition. They might not be lendable. They might not be financeable. And if that's the case, then, of course, they do care, and they will take cash over a loan because they know the deal won't fall apart. Short sale's not that way. Okay? Short sale's not that way. So don't force your people to put more money down, all that kind of stuff. Keep where they're comfortable because the bank doesn't care on a short sale. All right, so once the offer's made, right, you're going to have to wait until the bank accepts it. The bank's either going to accept it, they're going to reject it, they're going to counter it, whatever the case is. All right, you should hear something from the bank in a period of probably 30 days or less. Okay? Like I said, they can't be approved until an offer is made. All right, then once we do that, then you're going to move into a purchase and sale agreement. All right, then you're going to move into home inspection. I understand short sale kind of as is where is. You can't ask a lot about a home inspection because if the seller had money to fix the home inspection issues, then obviously they would pay their mortgage. Okay, so we're not going to do that. All right, so once we do that, then they put together what's called a preliminary HUD. They base on the purchase and sale. They send it over. The bank approves that. You move your way to closing. Okay, so short sale on the buy side has been streamlined pretty easy. Okay, you're going to put the offer in. You're going to wait for the bank to accept or reject. Then you're going to move on to your purchase and sale. You move on to your home inspection. You move on to your closing. The problem with short sale is time. All right, it's not process. It's time. Okay. Second thing on a short sale, if you're buying a condo, okay, if you're buying a condo as a short sale, it's most likely that the short sale seller has not paid his condo dues. So there may be some back condo dues that are due. There may be some back taxes that are due even on a single. There may be some back water bills or some other things that we may need to close. Obviously, when we buy a condo, right, a certificate called a 6D, which is a statement of dues that are current in the condo association, is required by the lender. All right, 6D. It's a condominium type rider that's presented from the association to let the lender know the status of the condominium association, who's paid up, who owes what, that sort of thing. Okay, it's a condo questionnaire the bank sends over, they fill out, they send it back in addition to a 6D. Okay, now if it's a septic system, holy moly, if it's a septic system, you're going to have to get the Title V. Title V is what the mortgage company needs to let them know that the septic is in working order. Okay, Title V. As a buyer in a short sale, you're probably going to be responsible for that. Okay, seller's not going to put any money into the property as a short sale. All right, the buyer's responsible for 95% of the workload, including the smoke detectors. All right, calling the township, calling the town, calling the city, calling whatever, setting up, installing, and passing the smoke certificate. All right, so in a short sale, the responsibility is really all on the buyer. Okay, the process to getting the offer accepted is not that difficult. What's difficult is if you have a condominium 6D required, or if you're buying a single and you have a Title V, right, or if it requires a well water test, or if it's an FHA loan and there's chipping lead paint, right, all those types of things are all going to be the buyer's responsibility, up to and including the smoke certificate for resale, which obviously you can't close without. Okay? So all those documents will need to be obtained by your buyer, and need to let them know that up front. As is, where is, everything is your cost. And to be quite honest with you, let's just back up a little bit. Short sales aren't necessarily a good deal anymore, because the listing agent is going to do a fair market analysis to list the home. They may list it at the very low